I see what we got. We got yes, 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 yes. Okay, I love it. I love it. It's on fire. All right. Okay, so get ready to take some notes and please welcome back our Director of Product Development, Amy Johnson. Amy, say hello to everybody tuning in from around the world.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to see all of you today and all of these great people putting in these chats and where you're from. And it's just awesome. I'm just so excited to do this training on CBD today.
Yes. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. We got some exciting things for you guys. So again, grab some note takers, whatever it is, pen, pencil on your computer, because we got some exciting stuff for you.
Okay, so I am going to share my screen and we are going to get started. All right, so, and I want to get up my chat here so I can see everybody.
All right, and if you guys can see the screen, go ahead and drop yes in the chat. Just make sure everybody can see it. I can see it, so we're good on my end. Okay. And we got yeses flying in the chat, so we're good, Amy.
Okay, great. So I am so excited to do this training about CBD because it is really the heart of our business. And I want to give, first of all, Josh and especially Jenna, a huge thank you for founding HempWorks. We are truly the leader in the CBD industry. And I'm so excited to share with all of you what makes us different and what the future holds for HempWorks. So let's get started. And the first thing I am going to do is talk about the history of CBD. And this is just a short timeline. And it really has been a roller coaster. With CBD being valued and used for a variety of reasons, and then banned and then legalized. And so there's really been a lot of back and forth. So let's look at this timeline. In 2900 BC, the Chinese Emperor Fu His noted cannabis as an effective medicine. So this became very popular. There are a lot of people using it, and for a variety of reasons. Between this time and then 1850, cannabis continued to be used and benefited by a lot of people. So much that in 1850, marijuana was added to the US pharmacopoeia. And this was huge. Okay, from that point then, CBD took a downward turn and it was viewed in a negative light. So much that in 1970, it was listed as a Schedule I drug in the Controlled Substance Act. So that was a big turning point. But despite this, cannabis continued to be studied and by many scientists and doctors. And this was another huge moment in the timeline. In 1978, Dr. Raphael McCollum discovered cannabis was an effective epilepsy treatment. So this was so big because it launched even more studies on the neurological benefits of cannabis. And then finally, obviously a lot happened between then and 2018, but in 2018, we had the legalization of hemp. And so this was just a huge turning point. And I have to say, when I look at this timeline and how far the CBD industry has come, it's truly amazing. And I'm really excited to see where we go from here. So that is just a short history of CBD. Now, I want to get into some terms, and I'm sure that a lot of you are familiar with these, but I just want to review them really quickly for anyone that might be new to HempWorks and want to learn everything they can, and starting with the basics. So first of all, what is the difference between marijuana and hemp? Because honestly, when CBD first appeared on the market, I was confused. I thought, what's the difference? I don't understand. And so a lot of people still are uneducated about this. So hemp and marijuana are simply broad classifications of the cannabis plant. And hemp is a term used to classify varieties that contain 0.3% or less of THC. Marijuana is a term used to classify varieties that contain more than 0.3% THC. And THC produces the euphoric effect. So that's the difference between marijuana and hemp. Now, cannabidiol and cannabinoid. Those can be hard to say sometimes. So cannabidiol is simply the scientific name for CBD. And then cannabinoids are the chemical compounds found in both marijuana and hemp. And there are many, there are a lot, and we're going to talk about those today. But the two most recognized are CBD and THC. So the differences between CBD and THC, let's talk about those. Despite their similar chemical structure, CBD and THC don't have the same psychoactive effect. CBD doesn't produce the high associated with THC. It does produce a calming effect, and we know it has a multitude of benefits that so many people have benefited from, and it's really changed their life. So THC, though, binds with the cannabinoid receptors in the brain to produce that sense of euphoria. So that is the difference between CBD and THC. So the cannabinoid system, this is actually really amazing. It's a complex cell signaling system, and it regulates sleep, mood, appetite, reproduction, so many things in the body. And it gives the body that balance, that homeostasis when it's performing at an optimal level. And guess what? That's what cannabinoids do. They have a positive effect on the endocannabinoid system and helps that body have that homeostasis. So,
can I just jump in real quick?
Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, I just wanted to add in something real quick, guys. CBD 101, this is some phenomenal stuff. For me, the endocannabinoid receptors was powerful. I didn't know that these receptors were throughout your entire body. So when you look at the endocannabinoids, see, Amy and I are having a little bit of hiccups here. Endocannabinoids.
Hard to say.
When you put those endocannabinoids into your system, it binds to those ECS receptors. So do some research on this because this is fascinating stuff. There are two main endocannabinoid receptors in your body. You got CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors. The CB1 receptors are mostly found in the central nervous system, and the CB2 receptors are mostly found in your peripheral nervous system, so especially immune cells. So when you guys have some time, research this, because for me, this was just mind-boggling on how powerful this is. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, it affects so many different things in our bodies, and that's why CBD is so great for so many people. Okay, so then let's talk about broad versus full spectrum. So with broad spectrum CBD, the THC is removed during the extraction process. THC, obviously, full spectrum has the THC. So that is the difference between the two. Okay, finally, let's talk about the entourage effect. Okay, this is the benefit that you get from ingesting different and multiple cannabinoids together. So, for example, consuming our 750 broad spectrum tincture every day definitely is going to benefit you. But guess what? You will experience the entourage effect, the full therapeutic effect of CBD, if you also consume one of our full spectrum tinctures or one of our soft gels or gummies. We have a variety of products that you can choose from, whatever meets your needs, and you can feel that entourage effect. And I promise once you start taking the different products, you definitely will feel that. All right, so we got through all of those terms. Let's move on to the effects of CBD. So how do you know that CBD is actually working? Because a lot of people that are unfamiliar with CBD will ask that. So what I can tell you and what I've found is it is very similar to vitamins and some herbal supplements in the fact that you're not going to notice a huge, immediate, earth-shattering effect, as soon as you take it. But you will definitely notice how much better you feel over a very short period of time. For me, it was only a few days. The biggest thing that you'll notice is when you stop taking it, because you will not feel as well as you as you do when you're taking it. And I promise you that is so, so true about CBD. So some of the benefits of CBD are it can make you feel calm and relaxed. It can help with sleep, mood, appetite. It can be applied topically to because it's so soothing to joints and muscles. So it has so many benefits. And, you know, everyone will have their own unique experience with CBD, and you'll develop your own story and success story with why it has helped you. And the other day I was talking to Vivian Earl, our amazing COO, and Vivian, our senior VP, and we were talking about our different experiences with CBD. And it was really interesting because for me, I have a few drops of the 1500 full spectrum CBD. And I take this every morning when I wake up because it really gives me a feeling of just stableness, steadiness, and just, you know what, whatever happens today, I'm going to be fine. I can make it through the day. I feel calm and just confident. And that's how it works for me. Vivian uses the tinctures at night because she has a hard time going to sleep, and it really helps her when she goes to bed. Kathleen said it just gives her a feeling of overall wellness. And so sometimes it can be hard to describe how much it helps you and why, but that's why I encourage you to start using it and find that on your own. Chris, did you have something to add? How does it help you?
Yeah, no, I just want to add one thing in there. Personal experiences are powerful. I've heard some incredible testimonials from around the globe. If you're someone who has had or knows someone who has had a powerful testimonial, please drop in plant power in the chat. Amy, thanks for sharing that, because I know here at corporate, we love it. So if you guys have had an amazing personal experience, drop in plant power and let everybody know the power of the plant.
Perfect.
Look at that.
I love that.
Plant power. There we go. Yeah. Love it.
Exactly. Okay. And then just to sum up, I just feel like whatever your body needs, whatever your unique circumstance is, it seems like CBD just fulfills that gap. And it's just such a powerful, powerful product. Okay. So next slide. All right. So CBD today. Okay, first of all, when HempWorks was first founded, the CBD market was just starting to take off. And now I'm sure many of you, like me, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so saturated now. Like CBD is everywhere. So you kind of think, okay, you know, is the CBD industry going to slow down? Is it, you know, people are just getting so used to it, it's not going to be as popular anymore. And I will tell you that is definitely not the case. The CBD market is expected to reach $3 billion by 2024. Okay, and the advances in CBD are just amazing. I have so much I want to tell you about today. So, but first of all, okay, put a 1 in the chat, you guys, if wherever you go, it seems like you always see CBD sold here, this sign, CBD sold here. It's everywhere. It's, you know, any building I see it on, and there's just so many CBD products everywhere as well. It's in grocery stores, retail stores, gas stations. The other day I was in a gas station and there was a little, these little CBD shots or whatever. And I just thought, well, that's interesting. I don't know if I'd buy my CBD at a gas station. So we'll get into that a little bit further. But so it's definitely everywhere. And it's also in so many different products. You see it in chocolate and flavorings, coffees, teas, all types of drinks, skincare, cosmetics. So here's the thing, with all of this CBD everywhere, how do you know what's good and bad? Okay, and this is what many consumers who aren't familiar with CBD will ask. How do I know what's a good CBD product and what's bad? Okay, so I want to also have you put a 1 in the chat if you are someone who reads product labels. When you buy a product, when you're in the grocery store, do you pick up the cereal and read the product label? And okay, I'm crazy about this. I'm a fanatic. I look at how much sugar's in it. I look at so many different things, supplements. I look at that. But I also, when I buy supplements, I look at the company as well, because I want to see if this company is reputable, and I want to see where they're getting their ingredients and all of the information that I can find out about them. And this is so, so important because, especially with CBD, because it will tell you if the CBD you're buying is safe, potent, efficacious, and high quality. And we know our CBD is the highest quality in the industry. And I'll tell you why in our next slide. So let me go to the next one. Okay, the HempWorks difference. These are the 5 criteria why HempWorks is the leader in the industry. First of all, let's talk about domestic versus imported hemp. Hemp that is imported may come from a variety of sources, and it's actually difficult to monitor the process from planting to extraction and testing and bottling. Consumers don't really know, or they can't be sure exactly what they're getting with imported hemp. So, and the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I recently had an in-depth discussion with our partner and supplier of our CBD tinctures. And I have to say, it completely blew me away. They have the most stringent, highest quality standards that I've ever seen in my career. And I've been developing products for quite some time. So I was just completely blown away. First of all, the farms are domestic, and the plants are grown in the US, and every single step is monitored and tested. From the seeds to the extraction process to bottling, every step of the way. And I was so surprised by this. The seeds that they use are proprietary. And what I mean by that is they're not just buying their seeds from anywhere and just, rolling the dice, hoping, well, I hope that, these produce, thriving cannabis plants and that are potent. Okay, they've used the same seeds and they've tried and tested them, and they know that they will produce plants that will thrive and produce potent, pure CBD. Next, when the plants start growing, they're monitored very closely. Every week, this is crazy, you guys. Every week, a horticulturist, a microbiologist, and a plant physiologist. I didn't even know a plant physiologist existed, but they go out every week and they test the soil, the water, and all of the elements to ensure that our plants have everything they need to thrive. And this is once a week. Then for the extraction process, we use a CO2 process, which pressurizes the plants to extract the oil. And from there, the different cannabinoids are isolated depending on the benefits needed. We have perfected this process of isolating the cannabinoids that we want to produce the desired effect for the products that we develop. And like I said, they are a master at this. And so I just was so excited to learn more about our partner for our CBD tinctures. Okay, and let's talk about testing now. So this is so, so important. The thing you need to know is that we use a third-party testing lab. I see so many companies that are touting about their own testing methods and results when actually they're doing their own testing. So we do not do this. It is crucial to have complete transparency. And that's why we mandate third-party testing. The lab we use conducts numerous tests when the plants are harvested to when the oil is extracted, then isolated and bottled. And then guess what? That's still not good enough for us. We do our own testing when the tinctures arrive to us because we want to make sure they have the same color, texture, smell, taste, everything. Every bottle has to have the high quality that we mandate, and we won't accept anything less. So you can rest assured that bottle that you have with you right now is the highest quality CBD in the industry, for sure. So I wanted to just go through all of that. And also I want to talk about proven results. Chris, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick. Powerful information. Guys, everybody hearing that, I don't know if you're like me, but I got goosebumps just listening to that because we have a lot of CBD oils out there on the market, right? We have a lot of people that are trying different types of CBD. There is a lot of power in doing research, research, research. And as Robert Hollis always says, documentation beats conversation all day long. This stuff right here is powerful information when you're chatting with other people who have objections of why maybe their CBD oil may be better, or why should I try this CBD oil? It gives you some good ammunition for you guys to really just talk about it and say, hey, check this out. Let me show you something, because I'm willing to bet my CBD oil company does a lot more research into what kind of oil we want to produce and give to you guys. So this is some powerful stuff right here, Amy. I love it.
Yes, I thank you so much, Krish. And you know what? The other thing I want to mention, our documentation. This is so cool. You will not find this with most companies. You can actually go online and put in the lot number of this tincture that you have in your hands and pull up the testing and everything about this, the batch, all of it, so you can see where this has been harvested and bottled, all of it. It's all right there at your fingertips. So I'm so proud to be a part of a company that mandates all of this, and it's just amazing. So finally, proven results. Okay, I am 99% sure that anyone who buys a CBD oil tincture at a gas station is not going to have the same experience and results that they would get from one of our tinctures. I'm pretty sure that is quite accurate. So just hope that you guys really liked hearing about all of that, and just because I know I was just thrilled to hear about all of our testing and all of that. Okay, so let's talk about major cannabinoids and their benefits, because this is so exciting. This really is where the industry is going, and these cannabinoids are just amazing. Now, I want to preface this by saying that there is still so much research that needs to be done on these cannabinoids. We're really only in the infant stages of knowing all of their capabilities, which is really exciting. And so, these initial studies, this is what that they've revealed, the function-specific benefits of some of these cannabinoids. So we, of course, know CBD provides a multitude of benefits. We also know about THC. This is also referred to as Delta-9. But let's talk about CBG. We just added CBD to our topical products. Why? Because they're so good for the skin. They have anti-aging benefits. And so we wanted to take advantage of that and add the CBG into our topical products. CBN, this one may be new to you. Did you know that this cannabinoid has shown to have a variety of neurological benefits, especially helping with relaxation and sleep? CBC is known for its neurological benefits as well, but it's also particularly shown to be helpful with anxious and uneasy feelings. CBV, this one in initial studies is showing to be beneficial with appetite control and metabolism. Now, THCV, some of you may not have heard this one. This one is similar in structure to THC, but in low to moderate doses, it doesn't have the psychoactive properties of THC. In higher doses, however, it can produce a clear-headed, euphoric state of mind, and it can also help with blood sugar levels and weight management. So this is very exciting. Okay, and then finally, Delta-8. This cannabinoid is getting a lot of attention lately, and it actually provides a smoother psychoactive experience than Delta-9 or THC. And it really promotes a very relaxed state. So, I'm thinking as the director of product development, that might make a great product for nighttime. What do you guys think about that? I think Delta 8 would make a great nighttime product. Put a 1 in the chat if you think so as well. That's awesome. I love it. See all the ones. So great. Okay, so I hope that you guys liked learning about those cannabinoids. It's very, very exciting. And I'm going to go to the next slide now. Okay, I wanted to give you some facts that you might not know about CBD. So here's my did you know slide. This first one is very, very revealing. Did you know that most companies, and this includes many big CBD players in the industry, I'm sure some that you've heard of, actually buy their CBD oil from multiple suppliers instead of growing it themselves? This means they don't really know where the plants were grown and taken care of, or how the CBD oil was extracted, or even if it was tested along the way. This also means that their end CBD product that they sell to consumers is going to be different with each batch. The viscosity, the smell, taste, quality, and most of all, the effect will not be the same because it's coming from different suppliers, different areas. It does not have the exact same consistency with each batch that we have with ours. So this is huge, you guys. And I want to tell you, we will never do this. Let me say that again. We will never do this. We will never compromise the quality of our CBD, which is the highest in the industry. We grow it ourselves and we monitor every little step till you have that bottle in your hands. Okay, next thing. You guys, did you know you could cook with CBD? You can cook with it. This is so great. If you have been looking at our HempWorks social media channels, we have posted so many great recipes there, from a lemon lime cocktail punch to peppermint CBD bites. We even had one around Thanksgiving time with cranberry sauce. You guys, you can totally cook with CBD and it's so great. Okay, but there is one caveat to this. Similar to essential oils, CBD can lose some of its potency with heat. So if you want to cook or bake with it, keep the temperature below 320 degrees, or you can just add it to dishes after it's been cooked. So for example, if you're making spaghetti, cook your spaghetti sauce and at the end, put in the natural CBD before you serve it. This gives any dish such a helpful boost. And so it's just, there's so many things that you can do with cooking with CBD. Okay, the next surprising fact. CBD use isn't that widespread, you guys. Yes, you can see it everywhere. You know, so many products everywhere. But guess what? There was a recent study conducted, and this was by the Harris Poll, and it showed out of the participants surveyed, 86% had heard of CBD, but only 20% had tried it, and only 7% said that they used it regularly. This is so big for you as affiliates. What does this tell you? This tells you that there are so many consumers out there that are either uneducated or they're still fearful of CBD. And this is where you need to come in and educate them. You need to tell them about CBD, why HempWorks is the leader. Tell them your story of how well CBD, our products, have helped you. And this is going to grow your business. So this is so big, you guys. And finally, CBD's greatest challenge. You would think that it's legalized, has to do with legalization. It's actually not. We're doing so much better in that area. It's becoming more and more accepted and studied. It's actually the quality. I'm going back to the quality. That is what's scary with where you don't know where CBD is coming from, you guys. You have to educate yourself and educate others. Did you have something to add, Chris?
No, good point, Amy. And I really love the statistics around CBD and the usage of it. But again, I just want to touch a little bit on the quality. I was chatting with several of our leaders in Europe this week, and they said that when they show people the information about our CBD oil, the testing, the quality, the money back guarantee, they're ready to join. And why is that? Because not all CBD is created equal, and the results of a high quality CBD compared to many other brands out there is galaxies apart. So as you go through this, and you guys dropped in that plant power, so I know you guys have those amazing testimonials that really, when you look at it and people start to see and realize what they're getting, it's like a golden liquid, because they know that there's a lot of power in what that can do for them and for others as well. Good points, Amy. I love it.
Exactly. Always goes back to the quality. Okay, so let's talk about the future of CBD and HempWorks. And I have to first talk about our current product offering. I did not have time to go into all of our amazing products, but I want to just briefly touch on those. First of all, I cannot find any competitor that has a tincture offering like ours. We have broad and full spectrum in 3 different strains and 7 different flavors. And this gives you so many choices. This is just so awesome. I love our tincture line. We also have CBD skincare and hair care, gummies, coffee, bath bombs, and even pet products. You guys, we are truly leading the industry, and we will continue to do so. Also, more than anything, I want you to know this, and I want you to repeat this to anyone you come in contact with. HempWorks is the biggest. We have always been the best, and that will never change. Again, HempWorks is the biggest. We have always been the best, and that will never change. And we're going to continue to lead the industry with very innovative, groundbreaking products. So you guys should get really excited about that.